General Select, Stephen Purdy, who regrettably could not be here today. We're having a new CISO that's being taking command tomorrow, so he's in DC for that ceremony. I wanted to start off and say how grateful it is to be part of this community, a stalwart supporter of our military through good times and some tough times. It's no secret that Florida has always been and continues to be a strong supporter of the military, and we are thankful to the part of Brevard County, Palm Bay, and of course the Space Coast. It is a pleasure to be among the people of business and partners who support us and who have a privilege of support in return. I want to share today a little bit about what we're doing at the Delta, how things are going, and what we look ahead to. As you know, the Space Force is still in its infancy, and next month the Space Force will celebrate its 3 years of service. Our MATCOM Space System Command and our new Delta structure just celebrated its first birthday in September, and it was amazing for the space business. What I would say new Delta's formation is when the Space Force broke apart from the Air Force. They changed the wings, and the wings became deltas, and they changed the formation of how the deltas were set up. I also share some of the launch numbers we've had because that's what we do. This is a snapshot of what the Delta is going to do today in terms of launch compared to the recent years in the past. Just a few years ago, Eastern Range only had 5 active launch sites. Today, we're on the verge of 14 sites with 10 approved launch vehicles and 13 additional vehicles in the planning stage to use our range. Only a decade ago, the Eastern Range launched only a handful of times a year. Fast forward to 2022. We've already launched 47 times this year, with 12 more launches on the books for the remaining of the year. That's a significant increase and a record year for us. And I was just actually told today, as of this morning, we already have 91 launches scheduled for 2023. It's also worth mentioning that we made history several ways this year as well. You guys remember back in August, we successfully launched 2 rockets and were within Eastern Range within a 13-hour period. First time that's been done in 55 years. Dang. And yesterday, we launched our National Security Space Launch, and we actually had both boosters come back. And both those boosters will be used again for future launches, saving millions of dollars to the taxpayers. Amen. Yeah. We've also successfully reduced the onboarding time for new launch providers from a process that used to take us a year, now down to less than 6 months with Astra coming on board. Bringing more launch providers in a shorter period opens the doors for more to come with greater frequency. The plan for Major General Select Purdy is to have Patrick Space Force Base, SOD-45, look like the Melbourne and Orlando Airport, but only for rockets. Additionally, launch viewing is now controlled through Eventbrite website, which makes viewing and launch more accessible than previous methods we had before. What it means is if you have Cape access, you just log on, sign up for a launch, you get a printout, and you become watch a launch for that day. Now let's transition to things we've done outside of the launching of rockets. After standing up the U.S. Space Force's first Spark cell, we created a team of innovators. We were able to introduce new things. Our security force members now have 4 robotic dogs to use secure patrol, helping keep our base safe. We've also got counter-UAS drones to prevent unintended drone interference during launch services. And one of the big ones I found here was our AED alarms that we have for first responders. So what we have is when an AED is pulled off of a wall, we realized that the person that pulled it off was that person that was actually treating the person that was injured. And there was a delay in calling 911. If you guys know anything dealing with any heart condition, every minute does count. So now we've come to innovation. Anytime that AED is pulled off of the wall, it is automatically sent an alert to the 911 operator, and our ambulance service is dispatched to that location, saving minutes, which in turn saves lives. Our Spark Tank is now used to obtain multiple grants through small business innovation research and fund a number of projects we also had. One of the projects we're working toward is a spray-on corrosion preventative for our vehicles. As you know, living here on the beach side, we get a lot of corrosion. So this is going to save us millions of dollars throughout the lifetime of these vehicles. We also celebrate many other cooperative activities between our installation and local organizations. Events like the fire station response and military working dog training come to mind, and where we collaborate, share tools, and betterment for all. We work closely with all of the fire stations and local police for some training and new techniques to make everyone safer within this area. Without these close partnerships and your support, we would not be able to provide critical pieces of space asset that circles the globe daily and provide the link to everything from banking and weather to navigation and timing. The relationship between military and our surrounding communities have enabled exponential growth in the space launch, overall bringing America back to a leadership role for assured access to space. We have begun to work on a new main gate at Patrick Space Force Base on the east side of Highway A1A. This will do several things. One, it will improve the traffic flow for the local area, and two, provide better security for the installation and to our commuters. I would also like to highlight the support and collaboration from the Economic Developmental Council. We've been discussing various things with the EDC, such as the possible onboarding of STARCOM and USSF Delta 10. Patrick is a lone candidate to host Delta 10, which is responsible for Space Force doctrine and warfighting. When a decision is finalized, it will bring more than 100 personnel to the Space Coast and to the community. Patrick is also the candidate for the local STARCOM headquarters, which is set to bring more than 600 people to this area. In 2021, SOD 45 was awarded over $200,000 for pitch days that we hosted. We partnered with Groundswell and Illuminate, which shows how we can collaborate and partner with innovative solutions for life supporting in the local community. Additionally, the Deltas work closely with the U.S. Air Force Space Museum and concept will expand the Air Force Space and Missile Museum. Most of you know the current museum is located on the inside of Cape Canaveral's gates. With a new partnership, we're working to expand that to now make it more accessible to the public by now making an entrance on the outside of the base, letting folks that do not have access to Cape to see our museum. Let me not forget to mention, a meeting I have right after this to talk about is United States Space Force T-10 miler. Many of you know the Air Force has a marathon. The Space Force is going to have a T-10 miler, which is going to be the first here in December of this year. And it will be held at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. This event will bring thousands of the local area to form runners, volunteers, spectators, vendors, and supporters. So that's a quick version of what we've been up to in the Delta. As you see, we've been busy, and our future is going to even be busier. General Purdy loves to share his innovation that we will soon be launching 100, 200, and even 300 more missions per year on the Eastern Range. On behalf of Team Patrick, I want to say thank you to all your support, and we look forward to working with you in the future. I also want to answer any questions you guys may. I don't know how much time I have, but if any questions anyone has, I've got a couple minutes to answer them.
How do we get information about the race?
It's runspaceforce.com.
Runspaceforce.com.
Yes. It's going to be December 10th.
You're looking for volunteers.
We are looking for volunteers. There'll be a call that go out probably the next week. As I said, I've got a meeting with, to talk with my team right after this to see where we are in the planning stage. Yes, ma'am.
Question.